Hey everybody, welcome. Let me just lower this volume down a little bit. We're over here, baby.
Oh, we're here. Okay. Hi everyone.
Hi everybody. Thank you all for joining us. We haven't been here in
A month.
a month.
Yeah, I think all of October.
Oh my goodness, let me think. Really? All of October we haven't been here, so we're glad that you're joining us here at Simple Marriage. And let us know. Let me just see. Yeah, let me make sure that we have our folks that comments. Make sure people are coming in. We don't have any viewers yet, so I don't know if we should just share what's been happening.
Want to catch up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
that
ahead,
sounds
babe.
good. Oh, I'm catching up. Well, October was a busy month for us. We had a lot of birthdays to celebrate.
Yeah.
Mine being one of them. What's really been? We were without a car for the entire month of October. So
without
an
my
extra
work
car.
car.
Sorry. Yes, without his work car. So that was very challenging for us. And we had to learn to work around each other's schedule. And we had to communicate our schedule. And that was a challenge, you know, for me mostly because I'm home with the children. And I can't just like leave them, you know, or I also didn't have the car because he had the car for work, which of course would take, you know, priority. And so that was very challenging for me. And I had to be very vocal and communicate my schedule and remind him and call him. Hey, hon, are you on your way? I have to be out in an hour. So finally I said, honey, we need to get another car. Otherwise, one of us is not going to make it. So praise God, after a whole month of not having a car, we found something this week that made us both happy and meets our needs. So we're thankful for that.
And I'm sorry. Go ahead, baby.
And so that's one of the things that's been going on with us. Do you have anything to share, honey?
Yeah. Well, we were also trying to refinance our house.
Oh yeah,
in the
that was
process.
another big one. Yeah.
We were looking to get in, or still are.
Yeah, we wanted to do some
Real estate
updates on the house.
Yeah, and
real
do some
estate.
business, real estate investing. That you and I are still
wanting to do. Of course.
Unfortunate for us, our circumstances being as they are, we don't want to have to go through it.
We just have to wait a little longer.
Right, for not only the refinance,
Yeah.
but also for the real estate investing. But we're good though.
Yeah.
Praise
the
God.
car was our consolation gift to ourselves, right? Was that what you said?
That was like the little consolation prize.
We were both a bit down when we got the news that we were not going to be able to move forward with our refinancing, with the refinance, right, of the house, and we were not going to be able to get money back, and we were both really sad. So I said, honey, let's go get our car. That's one thing we can do, and that helped cheer us up, and that was so. This month is pretty busy.
It's not like a superfluous purchase. You know, we needed the car. We just felt better that we got the car at the time.
We got one thing that we wanted.
And the Lord blessed us. It's a nice vehicle. Fits all the family plus one, and there's an extra room.
Yes.
It arrives nice, so that's always good. And I always wanted this car. At least I always appreciated it when I saw it on the road. So
win-win.
Win-win. But all right, let's see. You know what we're doing is we're actually broadcasting into a group.
Oh, are we? What group?
Into our Simple Marriage Tips group, and we are not on
maybe that's why you're not on your timeline.
On my timeline, so people are not seeing it.
Yeah. Can you tag people?
I can't, but I normally don't like tagging people because I don't like being tagged myself.
How about we just finish this out? Or maybe we just catch up and then next week we can do our teaching.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah,
what do you
that
guys
sounds
think?
good.
Can-
There's nobody watching us right now. We can do whatever we want.
Okay.
Nobody will see.
Should we share what I wanted to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, of course. Let's do it. Ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Go ahead, babe.
Oh, okay. Me? I'm going to start. I talked a lot. I think you should do it. Come on.
Go ahead.
It's one of your ideas. Like, well, we were not 100% sure what we should talk about today, what we wanted to share. And one of our successful marriage tips, I don't know what we call it, I forget.
Simple marriage tips.
Simple marriage tips is cooperation, right?
Yeah, cooperating.
Instead of
compromising. This is actually a jump because we're trying to get into communication, but we wanted to share about the cooperating.
Yeah, because I think we did a little cooperating this whole month, did we not? We had to cooperate with each other's life schedules.
Yeah, that's right.
Like I wanted to go to the gym and he had to come home from work early so I could do that, or I had to run errands and he had to stay home with the kids and do Zoom and schoolwork. But either way, I know sometimes in our relationships, at least I hear a lot of people say, oh, I have to compromise to have a successful marriage, a successful relationship so that we can be happy and have a long marriage. But we have come to the realization that when we compromise, you know, it takes away from who we are, you know, and it kind of leaves us like, I don't know, not so positive, I guess. It's not like a positive feeling when you compromise. You're giving up something so the other person can be happy, you know. And although we want our spouses to be happy, but you know, when one is probably giving up more, eventually you know, that can create, you know, like a negative or some friction in the marriage. A burden, exactly.
Because you feel like you're losing. You know, you're losing a part of yourself so that somebody else can gain. And I mean, I understand what they're trying to do in sacrifice in marriage. It kind of
there's always sacrifice.
There's
in
always,
marriage,
but it kind of aligns with the myth, the give and take myth of marriage.
Right.
It's not give and take. Because hopefully you're not taking anything.
Right. You're giving.
You know, hopefully it's give and give, right?
Right.
Because you're giving, and it's a sacrifice. Give and give. 100% giving. Both should be 100% giving, because the give and take situation can really put a task on your person and who you are. So the idea of compromise is really losing a part of you to help the other person, or to make the other person or meet the other person's needs or want. And though it sounds good, over time, it begins to erode you. You begin to lose maybe a part of you. And if you're married, hopefully you marry that person for the very reasons that you don't want to lose. So over time, if you're constantly in this give and take environment, in this compromising environment, you get to a place where you lose, or that other person loses who they are. And if you marry them for the whole entire, you know, for their entirety, then over time, that other part of them erodes, because they just feel like, I have to give this up in order to make this dude happy, or this woman happy. But if you're in a cooperative situation, you just kind of push back, or kind of not say, oh, my happiness goes first at this point, I'm gonna allow him. But I will not allow this portion of me to die. I'm not gonna allow to compromise this area, because this is who I am. Right,
I agree. So is there anything that
like for instance, you're like your physical, I was going to say physical therapy, but your workout, right? I can just say, hey, you know what? I'm always going to be late. I need to take the car. And that's when and she's going to be like, okay, then I'm going to give it up. But guess what's going to happen?
Right? I'm gonna be unhappy.
And a lot of times when you notice, babe, a lot of times those that we've talked to, part of their unhappiness, part of people's unhappiness is because they're giving up portions of who they are,
right,
to supplement or to give to that other person, and the person is taking from them.
Right.
And over time, they just feel, I'm so unhappy in this marriage. You wonder why.
Right. That's true. So, I'm sorry, I went blank.
So we talk about cooperation.
Yes,
cooperating. Okay, so the car, we don't have an extra car because the first car is in the heaps. But thankfully, the dealer picked up some of the trade-in value.
Yes.
Thank God. But anyhow, so the car is so now my thing is, I'm going to cooperate with you. I'm either going to come in early,
right,
or you're just going to shift and change your time.
My time schedule.
Your time schedule. But nothing is lost.
Right.
Now, conveniences may be lost because it becomes inconvenient, and that's when you get another car. You can't, right?
Yes.
But you kind of supplement other things so that you don't have to give up on the things that you personally cherish.
Right.
Because we married each other for what the totality of who we are. We didn't marry each other so that you could give up something.
Right. And at the end of it, we love this person, and we want them to be happy, right?
Yeah.
Like once you said you like this vehicle that we purchased, I was like, oh, you like it? Right. You've always wanted one? Okay, let's just get it. Like, because I wanted him to be happy.
I wanted a faster car, the coupe, but somebody came and bought it. I think it was the Lord who did.
He wanted this tiny car.
And now we got this big. It's not too big. It doesn't look too big.
No, yes.
But this car that fits all of the family. In fact, we're probably going to use it more than we use the van.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I'll use it during the week, and then we'll probably use it during the weekend.
Yes.
So maybe we'll trade in the van.
Maybe.
For my midlife crisis car.
I still like a van. But like we were saying, if you care for this person, then you would want to cooperate. You would want to try your best to make both parties happy. You want to play basketball this weekend. Okay, I'll stay home with the kids. But next weekend I get to go have a girls' night.
Yeah. So you just don't give it up.
You don't give it up. Exactly.
You just cooperate. No. So if you can, maybe we could give some people some hard tools. Like, okay. So first and foremost is know what's important to you. So if we're gonna give you guys tips, it would be know what's important for each other,
right,
and not give that up. I know that sounds weird, right? Marriage is supposed to be giving up, sacrifices, but if it's important to you, it ought to be important to me, and vice versa. Right. And therefore, I should not have to compromise what's important to me. I should learn how to cooperate. I shouldn't have to compromise my football, let's say, if I like it. But I should cooperate with your timing also. Look, I just need these things done.
Right.
I don't mind if you veg out on Sundays to watch your football.
Right.
I think you do that a lot, babe. You do a great job. You do a great job with me. I'm not even sure if I do as great of a job as you do. But
I know, I'm really awesome.
No lies detected. What else? So know what's important.
Right, know what's important. And communicate that.
Communicate.
Right. And then your spouse or the other person has to hear and listen and accept that, and be willing to make it work. So
if we with number one as I know what's important, number two is manage those expectations, manage the importance.
Express your importance or your expectations to your spouse. And what's number three?
Three would be to schedule and to plan it out so you meet all those things.
Talk it out. Sit and talk it out.
Talk it out. See how those things that are important can be met as you do your relationship. We still got 0 views. And as you plan it and set the schedule, make sure that you cooperate and follow the schedule. And not change it up. Yeah, I think the last one would be to honor those things that are important.
There we go. I love it.
Yeah,
Honor.
and not to compromise, and not to make people, not to demand compromise from the other person. Know it all the time, pursue it, because I think in pursuit of it is where you feel fulfilled, where you feel like you're important, you feel like your desires are important, and your spouse is honoring that.
Yes.
Oh man, so that's cool, right? If you enjoy that, what should they do, babe?
What should they do? Like? Is
Like.
this YouTube?
We will be in YouTube.
Subscribe?
That's right. Crush that like button, subscribe, share it.
Comment and let us know what your thoughts are and if you like this video. And
Yeah, that's
our marriage tip.
that's pretty much it. So we'll have to let's see. We have to just let everybody know as our caveat or our disclaimer, we are not licensed counselor. We don't have a degree to counsel people on marriage or any other thing. What we do have is experience. That's important. 16 years of marriage.
16 years of marriage.
20 years being together. What else do we have?
And we have the scriptures.
We have the Bible
The
to
word of the
guide
Lord.
us. So, yeah, I think even Jesus himself did not compromise, right? He cooperated with man.
That's
He
true.
robed himself in the flesh and died on Calvary.
Wow.
He got what he wanted because he cooperated with our inability to come to him. All right, everybody. So until next time, join us. We love you. And again, communication.
Communicate.
And now we have this cooperation. So firstly, make everything, know what's important. Number 2, schedule around what's important. Express it rather.
Then
Schedule it.
Then honor.
And then honor those things. So 4 things. 4 things with my crooked fingers. All right, 4 things. We love you.
Okay, goodbye.
And good night. Good night. Good afternoon.
Good evening. Good night. I don't know. What is it?
Truman Show.
Truman Show.